Hi. So this is Chelsea, brunette blonde. So she has like that brunette coloring with the peanut colored highlights, right? Super cute, layers, tons of volume. And again, I'm not one to wear my hair up and over. Do I have her parted in the middle-ish? I just, and again, she has that, okay, so 13-inch lace face, 4 inches back. This one's truly 4 inches back. And again, she has that great hairline, but I'm not one to raise the length of my face because I feel like I have a long face anyway. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to kind of fix this, because I like the lace line to just, those front hairs to cover it. And again, she probably puts a lot of work into designing it to have that lift. And again, it's that flat iron is at 280. Do a test strand first whenever you're doing it, something under here in case something's up with it. I haven't had any trouble with the 280. And I will keep doing along the lace line, because I want it all to hang flat, not be flat here and then puff out on the side. And again, I'm probably undoing the whole mastery of design, but it feels more comfortable for me to cover the lace line. And I will go right down to the end of the ear tab, just to ensure it's going to lay flat. And again, I like to keep the heat moving when I'm applying it, because it is hot, and I can go back a couple times if I need to. I just don't want to overdo it and sizzle. I helped my mother. She wanted to go on the wig journey with me, and she got the short gray cutie monofilament thingy. It was not heat friendly, and I put heat right to it, and it melted right on the heat comb. Yep, that was an expensive lesson. But these are heat friendly. Futura fibers, these are great. So you can take the time, put in a little effort, and make it your own. And again, this is just tips that work for me. I just like to mask it a little bit. You know, I do like to have lift at the root, like at the part, so it doesn't look like a helmet. And sometimes in shipping, you'll find kinks, and you just want to work through the cap. And when I say that, like, you're going to push that cap down and where you want it to go. Like, you're going to tell it that you need to cinch more, because again, my head is a wide watermelon, but the rest is just normal measurements that I put my hair into 2 braids underneath and tuck it in the back, because my back of my head is flat, so it would go if I didn't do that. And that works well for me, but you don't want to think there's something wrong with how the hair is laying if it's actually the cap that's bubbling up because of something you tucked underneath. And by you, I mean any of us, right? It's just another thing I learned when I thought, like, ooh, like that bump, and then I tuck it in a little bit, and you're like, okay, I just need to tell it where to go. And sometimes the curls fall funny on wherever it lands on your face, and you might need to just relax it a little bit. These are things you'll figure out as you go through. And this is another 22 to 22.5, and she just feels snug. But I've learned, I kind of like them snug. I don't really like the petite that feel like too snug, because again, I can work it, because you really need to know all your measurements. I know we talk a lot about the circumference, but all your measurements will make a difference, especially as she goes to these monofilaments. Those fit snug, but if you have smaller measurements in different areas, like ear to ear, nape to forehead, you can probably fit into them really nice. And it's just a way to get an idea. All right, so that's already falling better. I'm liking that. And now I will just do this one more time over here. This side felt like very lifted, so I'm going to take a little bit wider of a part. I should probably just do right behind it. But I'm not, because I'm lazy. And I'm just going to give it some heat and hold it and see what happens. But you can see this lift right there. And I don't necessarily want to undo it all, but I want it to start to blend. And I really should have set my bathroom up better for this. Okay. And I'm going to just go in a little bit, like 1.5 inches on the top instead of going down the lace line. And I'm just going to add some heat here and hold it down and over. So down and over means I just want it to lay on the lace line, but I also want this to go back that tiniest bit to not push the hair forward. And again, you're going to watch this, you're going to go do it, and you're going to be like, what was she talking about? And then you're just going to keep trying, because that's all we do, right? I mean, again, I never did my hair as a teen when you have all day to play around and do that kind of stuff. I just didn't. So now most of the work's done, to have all those curls and everything else in it, I can figure out the little bit that needs to get done. And that's a lot better. That feels a lot better. I still like the curls around. This Chelsea style I like a lot. Okay, now I'm going to, just quickly, I'll show you what I do for the ear tabs and what I do for the part line. So again, I'm back into the darker crown, so I'm going to use the Tresemme Root Touch-Up, light brown. And I will just pull up that lace underneath in case the wind blows or something, and then I'm just going to cover it. So if it does blow, it's masked. It just makes me feel better. I think people are going to know immediately, and nobody cares as much as I think they do. I think that's my lesson of life is I care way too much about what other people think, but I'm working on it, right? We're always working on it. So again, you can see the lace. I do the touch-up. And I will wear my wigs all day long. Even if I'm home alone, I will wear my wigs all day long. And I feel like they last about 4 or 5 wears, because I switch them up like day to day. So after about 4 or 5 wears, I want to give them a wash. I can just feel that I've touched them too much. They're getting clumpy a little bit. They're not as soft. And they just need like some of that product washed out. And these stays. Like the color stay, I don't know if it's waterproof or what, but it stays. So even when I rehome things later, I'm like, hey, I did a little touch-up, which I don't think it bothers anybody that it's the same color as the root, but that's what I do. I will have to touch up the part line the next time I do it after a washing, but the style comes right back. The hair falls how it should, because you're washing in cool water, nothing warm, so nothing's going to change or take over. And then right down the part line, blend it in real quick, don't overthink it, and we're done, right? It can be that easy. And then it just feels a little more natural. And again, I like to make sure it's going to fall back away from the front of my face, so I may put a little more effort into that. This I think is fine. Again, I can always clip it back if that's what I want to do, and then it holds it back. I used to always have my hair clipped back. It was so not cool. Definitely not cool. But it was cooler, because I'm a hot girl, I run hot. But yeah, Chelsea, she's beautiful. I think she might still be in stock. But wearing wigs is a journey. We're going to learn and grow together. If you take a look around the website, use code JennaG. It'll save you 10%. Make it a great day.